Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
So I hope so everyone is okay with whatever we did yesterday in Shabda Prakaranam. So we move ahead or any questions, clarifications? I think must be.
Yeah.
So one more thing is, like now we are doing this Aramant Shabda, a word which ends with Arama, short A, Vamana A. So any word in Sanskrit, any word which ends with Arama and which lies in Purushottam Linga will have the same forms which we are making for Krishna Shabda. So it's just one time that we're learning the forms for Aramant Purushottam Linga Shabda, and it will be the same for all Aramanta Purushottam Linga Shabda. Krishna Yuktata. We have the sutra Krishnat Ta Inaha. After a Krishna, Ta is replaced by Ina. It's an Adesha. Adesha Vrinchihi. So Krishna Ina by this sutra, Krishna Ta Ina, then Advaimitvaye Krishnena.
Prabhu, just one question.
Yeah.
Just, and this is a minor point, but just for my own clarification. When we do these substitutions where ta is becoming ina, or any place where we have like a direct transformation of the pratyaya, then we don't apply this tatra jata shanga pa itaha, right? We just directly transform it, or should we apply that first? I know it may seem silly, but I know this stuff can get complicated.
Means
So I was wondering about that.
I also had the same question, like when I was reading at the same point. So what my teacher told was, if the application, the Adesha, is based upon the indicatory letter, for example, ta, sh, or anything, then for sure we need that indicatory letter to apply that sutra, whether it is an Adesha or something else. So, and even if we don't need them, so basically, I think we can just simply apply the Adesha or other vidhi, whatever is being applied, the karya,
Yeah.
and we need not insert tatra jata shangapaita.
Okay. Yeah, because the only thing I was thinking is that even if we did, it could still work, because if it's not a mahaharaha, then technically
Yeah,
that ta is still there.
yes.
So, okay. Yeah, I just wanted to hear your thoughts about that.
So means we read yesterday that ekadesha vikritam ananyavad, that even if ta is removed, then a is also considered as ta.
That's what that was meaning. Okay.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. So it could be applied after applying tatra jata sha, but it's the same thing. Either you do that way or this way.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I just wanted to have the clearest conception of it that I could. Thank you.
So then comes Bhyam. So we have a sutra here. Krishnasya Trivikrama Gopale. The final of Krishna becomes Trivikrama when a Gopala follows. Now see, Krishnasya Trivikrama Gopale. Now Krishnasya literally means of Krishna. So Krishna takes Trivikrama. Now Krishna takes Trivikrama means the Ram of Krishna takes Trivikrama. The final Ekvarna Vidhi Ante Pravartate. A rule that is in reference to a single Varna is applied at the end. Basically, Krishnasya here means the Aram of Krishna. It becomes Trivikrama when any Gopal follows. Okay. Praveen Prabhu, what is Gopala if you are studying Sangya?
Gopal.
You can refer to the notes or the files.
Yeah, Prajit, I mean, today I was prepared with the table that Su Auges Amauses, but
Oh.
I I think I need to, yeah.
You will
But
have to put
Varnas and yeah, okay.
extra efforts initially, you
Yeah.
know, to
I started with Prajit this Varnas and
Mhm.
the more philosophical introduction part of the Sanskrit. But yeah, I think
It would be
I will
better
have.
if you just start the Sangya from Narayana Bhutayam, the very first sutra, and the
Okay.
philosophical part you can just skip for the time being. And when you cope up with the pace which we are going at, then afterwards you can easily, read the
Hmm.
philosophical part. No issue.
Right. Yeah.
So
Okay.
Vishnu
Yeah.
Harigada Harighosha Harivenu Harimitrani Hashta Gopalaha. So when a Gopal follows, Krishna becomes Trivikrama. So Bha is a Gopala because it's Harighosha. Then it becomes Krishna, and of course Dhyam. Then Vishnu Bhakti Siddha Vishnu Padam becomes Krishna Dhyam. Then comes Krishna Yukta Bhis. Now we have one more sutra, Krishna Bhis Ais. After a Krishna, Bhis is replaced by Ais. Again an Adesha. Uh, One more thing about Ujjwal Prabhu's question is that when it's a total Adesha, it's a total Virinchi, like this is fully replaced by eyes, then we need not apply Tatra Jata. But if it's like a partial Adesha, for example, if I say the E Rama of this is replaced by eyes, then in such cases we have to apply those sutras as well. And we'll see the examples for that even in the coming words.
Okay.
Yeah. So Krishna Bhisa is so so it becomes ice, then Edvai I, and yeah, Edvai I, Krishna is Sararami or Vishnu Sarga Vishnu Padante, Krishna I, Krishna I. Then comes Nge. Hmm. Krishnath, new sutra for this one. Krishnath Nger Yah. After the Krishna, this Nge 4.1 is replaced by Ya Rama. And now this Ya Rama is with a Rama. It's not just Ya Rama with Halanta. Okay, it's with a Rama. So Krishna Yukta Ya, Krishna Nirya, and then Ya is a Gopala. So Krishnasya Trivikrama Gopale. So it becomes Krishnaya. You may please ask anyone if it's not clarified because this is really important. Then 4.2 is Krishna Bhyam as we did in 3.2. Krishna Bhyam. Then 4.3 is Krishna Yukta Abhyas. New sutra for this one. Krishnasya e Vaishnavi Bahutve. In Bahuvachana, in plural forms, the final A of a Krishna becomes A when a Vaishnava follows. So Bhyas is Bahuvachana, first of all. Then Bha is a Vaishnava. What is Vaishnava?
Vishnudaso Harigotrani Vaishnava.
Yeah, so Bha is from Vishnu Dasa, so it's a Vaishnava. So Bhyas is a Bahuvachana and also Vaishnava, starts with a Vaishnava. So the A of Krishna becomes A. So Krishne, yes, and then we Vishnu Bhakti Siddham Vishnu Padam. Krishne, yes, then Sara Rami or Vishnu Sarga Vishnu Padante. Krishne, yeah. Then 5.1 is what is the pratyay for 5.1? Vishnu Bhakti?
Ngas. No, ngasi.
No.
Ngasi.
Yeah.
Ngasi.
Krishnat Naserat. After a Krishna word, Nasi is replaced by At. So Krishna Yukta At. Then Dashavatarik Atmake Dvitvatre Vikramaha Krishnat. Krishnat Param Kimapi Tattvam Aham Na Jane, and so on. 5.2 is Krishna Bhyam, like we did in 3.2 and 4.2. Then 5.3 is same as 4.3, which is Krishna Bhyaha. Then 6.1 is Krishna Yukta. Now comes Mas. So Krishnat Nasasya, new sutra. After Krishna, Nas is replaced by Sya. They are quite simple sutras, but like because there are so many, for each word there is a new sutra mostly. So it might be confusing in the beginning, but it becomes very natural, just in 2-3 days if we do the exercises at home, the homeworks. So Krishna Nasasya, so Nas is replaced by Sya. So yeah, Krishna and Sya. Then we just combine them. Vishnu Bhakti Siddham Vishnu Padam. Krishnasya Trivikrama Gopale. So this is Krishna 6.1. Then 6.2 is Krishna Yukta Os. Now here, Krishnasya AOC. The A of Krishna becomes A when Os follows. Os is 6.2 and 7.2 Vishnu Bhakti. So it becomes A, and then we have Os. Then we apply AI. Krishna Yukta Os. Then Vishnu Bhakti Siddham Vishnu Padam. Krishna Yos. And then Sararami or Vishnu Sarva Vishnu Padante. Krishna Yo. Krishna Yo.
So this Ayadinam Yavayorva, that one is only for Vishnu Padanta, is it? This
It says Va.
right.
Of course, means I'm not sure if it's just for the Vishnu Padantas, but what I can say for the timing is that it also says optionally, Ayadinam Yavayor Va. Va stands for option.
Right.
But I assume that it's for Vishnu Padanta. I assume like that.
It may carry it forward from Eobyam Asyaharo Vishnu Padante, because that's there, and then it's an optional sutra for that particular section.
Okay. Vishnu Padante has been previous sutra.
Just,
right?
that's just a guess.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen that sutra being applied in a Vishnu Pada, in a Saman Vishnu Pada. So inside it, I believe that it's for Vishnu Padantas.
I see. Okay.
6.3. Then comes Krishna, Yukta Am. Now this is interesting. Vamana Gopi Radha Bhyo Nudami. the Agama Nut. So Nut is another Pratyaya, which is Agama Vishnu, which is inserted after a Vamana, Gopi or Radha when arm follows. So when 6.3 arm follows, what happens? And if there is either a word in the Prakriti, which is ending with the Vamana word, or a Gopi word, or a Radha word. So these Gopi and Radha words will be covering in the Sarveshwaranta Lakshmi Linga, Trilinga. So for the timing, we'll discuss for Vamana. So Aram is a Vamana, and after this arm is following. So Nut will be inserted. So Vamana Gopi Radha Vyonodami. So we apply the ut part is it here. Now it says Tidagama Parasambandhi, Kidagama Purva Sambandhi. And agama means an insertion or agama that has the indicatory letter t is connected with the following element. You know the following second element. And an agama that has the indicatory letter k is connected with the previous element. So in this case, we have an agama with tid, where the t ram is an it. We'll see examples for this ahead. So this will be connected to the Parasambandhi with arm. So we'll write it like this: Krishna Yukta Nam. Then another. So this is a general sutra. Tatra tinmitau sarvatra agmau shnamam vina ugantakiccha. In that regard, things that have the indicatory letter t or ma are always agamas. So this is like a specific general sutra, but specific also for what is always tit, agama. So tit and mit, where ta and ma rama, they are it, they are always agamas, such pratyayas, such agamas, with the exception of shnam, because in shnam also ma rama is an indicator letter, but this shnam is not always an agama. And something that has the indicator letter ka and ends in uk is also an agama. And something which has the indicator letter ka and ends with uk. For example, see nuk, puk, all these pratyas, they are agama because of this rule. So it's just a mention here of this rule. The application will be unfolded gradually. So we were solving 6.3. So Vamanasya Trivikramo Nami Nrishabdasya tu Vanatisri Chatasro. The Vamana, when Nam follows, which is following in this case, 6.3, Vamana becomes Trivikrama. Okay. So Nam follows, the Vamana becomes Trivikrama. So Krishna, Nam. And then we join them, Vishnu Bhakti Siddham, Vishnu, Padam. Krishna Nam, Gopa Nam, Bala Nam, all those forms. Yeah. The rest part of the sutra says, Nri Shabda Situva. But when Nri, the Shabda Nri will be there in the Prakriti and Nam will be there ahead, then optionally the Ri Rama will become Trivikrama there. And Na Tisri Chatasro. And when the words Tisri and Chatasri will be there, Tisri and Chatasri with Ri Rama, the Vaman Ri Rama, and Nama will follow, then they won't convert into the Trivikrama. So we'll do these examples ahead when the words will come. So for the timing, the Vamana becomes Trivikrama when Nam follows, and here is the form Krishna Nam. Okay. Then 7.1 is me. Yeah, this is simple. Advaimidvaye, non-new sutra for this one. Krishne Matirastu, we say. 7.2 is same as 6.2. So Krishna Yo. 7.3 is Krishna Yukta Sukh. So Krishnasya e Vaishnave Bahutve. We have Krishna in Bahutva, Bahuvachan, and Sa Rama is Harigotra, so it is a Vaishnava. So A Rama changes to A, and this is Su. Then we apply Vishnu Bhakti Siddham Vishnu Padam Krishna Su. Now there is one sutra here, and I'll not do this today because this is little typical and complicated. I won't harass you with this one. So till we'll stop at Krishna Su, which has got one more sutra to be applied, then the final form will be there. So please uh, do the exercises for these words
So
in
what is
any way.
exercise, Prabhu?
Exercise means it's like, okay, I'll tell you. So you make a notebook or you do it on PC, whatever you feel like. So 1.1, so like write Krishna and Su. Oh, sorry. Other. Then, yeah. Then which sutra is being applied next here? So Tatra Jata Shangapa is the first one to be applied. So write Tatra Ja means I wrote in Devanagari when I was studying, so it was easy for me to write in Devanagari script. So Tatra Jata Sha, the full sutra, and then the form is after applying that particular sutra is Krishna Yukta Sa. The O is removed. Means each action which is happening because of the application of some particular sutra. So we have to show that, and that is the exercise. And the more we write the sutras, the more they will go deep into our mind and intelligence. Then what's next? Then we apply Vishnu Bhakti Siddham, Vishnu Padam, ityadi. So by applying this, we get Krishna's. Then we apply Sara, Rama, Yor, ityadi. You know. Then Sara, Rama, Yor, Vishnu, Sarga, Vishnu Padante. And I'm just writing this half just to show you, but it would be good if you write full sutras. Otherwise, what will happen is after some time, like when we reach the fourth or fifth chapter, you will only remember Sara Rama, because that much only you wrote, and that much only got synced down, sunk in our mind. So it's better to write full thing. So Krishna. So now this is the sadhana, the exercise of the first one. So likewise for each word it would be good. And if some word is repeated, like for bhyam, bhyas, os, so we can skip those words for sure. So yeah,
Sure, Prabhuji. Thank you.
this is little time taking, but it's good. Means we would give 4 5 hours. Means it was like this is just nothing. What in comparison with what our teacher used to give us, write this, write that, it was like an essay for each word, 6 7 lines for each one, but still because of that I'm remembering something. Okay, so yes, so any questions in the grammar part, anything?
No, Prabhu, it's clear. Thank you.
Prabhu, did you do the Anvaya ahead?
Yes.
Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We were on text, I think 19 20. 21. Vidyate hridaya grantesh छिद्यन्ते सर्वसंशयाः क्षीयन्ते चास्य कर्माणि दृष्ट एवात्मनीश्वरे. आत्मनि ईश्वरे इति अर्थः. ओ सॉरी, ईश्वरे दृष्ट. दृष्ट. This must be drishte. Can anyone check the Veda? This 1, 2, 20.
So actually, this sloka I copied from the Vedabase.
This one?
Yeah, it's an exact copy.
No, I'm talking about the word to word there. 1 to 21.
Oh, word to word. I see. Okay.
It must be drishte there. This is Sati Saptami, which we're talking of.
This is 20.
So, yeah, see drishte. So, AI and Ayadinam Yavayorva. Got it?
Yes. Okay.
So, this is AI and Ayadinam Yavayorva. So, this is Sati Saptami. Prapti Sati. Eva Asya Hridaya Granthi Vidyate. Sarve Sanshaya. Yeah. Oh, there should be space here. No. Is there space? No, it's together. Sarva Sanshaya. Chidyanti Karmani Cha Kshiyanti. Yes. So, when the Lord Bhagavati, which means his form, is realized, Sakshatkrite, Sphurtim Prapte, when the Sphurtim is obtained of the Lord and his form in oneself, Atmani, in oneself, Atmani, oh, it says Atmani or Atmani? What is this? This is Atmani, not Atmani.
Right. That is
Atmani is no word. So Atmani is 7.1. Yeah, of course, Ishwar is also 7.1 and Drishta is also 7.1. So when the Spurti is obtained of the Lord and his form, the Sakshatkar, the Anubhav, which is the Vijnana as per yesterday's shloka, then eva, certainly what happens, Jnana Anantaram eva, after obtaining that Jnana, that Vijnana, that knowledge, that realization, what happens is Asya Hridaya Granthi Vidyate. The Hridaya Granthi is destroyed of such a person. Such a person means who is following the process which is being described in a series of verses that we have been reading since few days. And now Hridaya Granthi is described as Hridayam Eva Granthihi Chit Data Parvarno Jada Granthana Rupa. What is this? Rupo?
Yeah, there is even I couldn't understand this. Like,
okay. Hridayam Eva Granthihi Chit Jada Granthana Rupo. Oh, this is actually, this is Avagraha. Rupaha Ahankara.
oh, I see.
Yeah. The OCR is unable to trace it, actually. It's like this. So Hridayam Eva Granthi, the Hridaya itself is showing, indicating the knot. How? Chit Jada Granthana Rupaha. Because Hridaya is the place where the soul is residing, and the nature of the soul is to be cognitive, which is Chit, and the matter is Jada. So Hridaya is the place where that knot of the Chit and the Jada, Vastu or Padartha, they are joined. They come together, they come in contact. Granthana. Granthana means the knot is there, and that is Ahankar. the false ego. So that is Hriday Granthi. So when the realization of the God, his Sarupa, is obtained,
So here
after,
he's sorry, Prabhuji. Here
yeah,
he's saying the ahankara is the knot that ties the chit and the grantha, chit and the
no,
jat.
no, no, no.
Uh,
We can say it otherwise, like other way around. What you said, can you please repeat?
ahankara is the knot that is tying chit and jata.
Yeah, this is also true, and we can say other way around also that the knot. So when the chit and jada comes together, so and they and there is a knot, and that knot is ahankara.
Right.
So it's like the chain comes from when first of all the chit and jada they come together, and then ahankara develops. It's not that ahankara develops and then the chit and jada comes together.
Right. Yeah.
Like this is the way. Yeah, because yeah, means it's quite clear. Chit and jada come together, and then mithya ahankara arises. So so by achieving the jnana vijnana, then the hriday granthi is vidyate, is destroyed. Sarve sanshaya, all the doubts, asambhavanadi rupaha sandeha. Sambhavana. Sambhavana means, how do we say sambhavana? Probability? Yeah. Yeah, impossibility of comprehending something, unable to comprehend something, understand something. So, so the sandeha, the doubts, because see, basically doubts they arise when we are unable to figure out to assimilate something on a particular subject or a particular matter. So that's why it said asambhavanadi rupaha. Sambhavana means that we are able to understand a point, but asambhavana means that we are unable to. Our senses, our approach is limited to what is being said or explained, which we are trying to understand. So that is then arises sandeha, sandeha. So sarve sankshayaha. Now what happens is when we get God realization, then then what happens is our adhikara increases. Our way of perception, everything, our way of perception, comprehension, assimilation, understanding, everything increases because then we get to Vasudev Avastha, the Turya Avastha, the Chaturtha Avastha. And then naturally, all the things which earlier seemed to be, incomprehensible to us, to our bewildered minds, to our material minds, now is very much clear to us because now we have grown up in the sense that we have spiritually grown up and our intelligence, intellect, and the faculties grown up by Krishna's grace, by Krishna's being within our hearts. That's why all the Sandhya are Chitanti. This is very nice, really. For the first time, I'm like considering this point. Sandeha Chintyanti, Nashyanti. Karmani cha kshiyante. Anarabdha phalani. Arabdha and anarabdha. Arabdha means the fruits, the karma phala, which are fructified, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, which have fructified, which we are suffering or enjoying right now. But all those karmas which are in the queue of being fructified, uh, all such karmas will be destroyed. Nashyanti. All such karma phala will be destroyed. So this is the result of, first of all, Hridaya Granthi Vidyate, the Hridaya Granthi, the Ahankar is Vidyate, destroyed. The Sankshayas are destroyed, and the Anarabdha phalas, unripened karma phala reactions to our work, previous acts, they are destroyed. A very nice point about the ahankara being destroyed, getting destroyed is
Very interesting.
ahankara
Yes.
is. I'm
Haripur.
sorry.
Please go on. I'll ask a question after you complete.
Yeah, ahankara is something. I was listening to some lecture that even when the whole universe is annihilated, so the way it's annihilated is Ananta Shesha emits fire, the annihilation fire, which annihilates everything, burns up everything. Everything is burned up in that fire, excluding one thing, and that is ahankara. You know, because when everything is finished up, so then all the elements they wrap up. Uh, Vice versa in the sequence that they were uncovered, now in the same sequence, so they get covered up, wrapping up. So so ahankara is not destroyed, and that's why all the jivas who didn't go back to home, they lie in, I think, Mahavishnu or Garbhodak Vishnu, I don't remember exactly. And then again when the creation is recreated, then again they come. The point is, ahankara is something which is not destroyed even by such thing, the fire emitted from Ananta Shesha's mouth. But such ahankara is not deleted, is removed, destroyed when we have sakshatkar of Sri Bhagwan. So, yes, Prabhu.
So here, anarabdha phalani, that's what is mentioned. I'm wondering, like, why not prarabdha karma, only prarabdha karma?
See, what I understand by this prarabdha karmas is, see, prarabdha karmas, they have already fructified, and we are already either suffering or so-called enjoying the prarabdha karmas. Like if I'm born like this, so even if I do bhakti, then still I'll have it's not that just by chanting 16 rounds I'll have a face of like a demigod, because the prarabdha karma is destroyed, so to say. So in that sense, because it's already fructified, the tree has already grown up and the fruits are there and we have already tasted it. But the anarabdha phalas are those phalas which are in our hands and we are going to taste it. But Krishna, he just snatches it away from us. Another example for us, the devotees, uh, suffering or enjoying the prarabdha karmas is, I think it's Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in Ajamil section. He says that, even if when devotees, after doing bhajan, after having sakshatkar, when they seem to be uh, enjoying or suffering the prarabdha karmas, it's like uh, two examples can be given. One example is like if you take a rope made up of threads. If you have ever seen, like the wicks they use in Kartik month, especially in Vrindavan, ISKCON Vrindavan. If you have ever noticed that, so it's like an Indian thing. It's made up of thread. Now, if you hang it, that thing, somewhere, and you burn it. Now, after let's say 2 3 minutes or 5 minutes, the whole thread, that wire or whatever you say, is burnt up. But still, the form is retained. But when you just slightly touch it, then what happens? The whole form is falls apart. Have you ever noticed that, anyone? What
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
Yes, Prabhu.
Have you? Yeah. Similarly, it's like that with the devotees who are doing bhajan and they seem to be suffering or enjoying the prarabdha karmas. Another example is the fan example, which all know. Fan is revolving, rotating, and we just switch off the button. So it's not that it suddenly stops. It takes its times because the previous impressions, they keep removing or rotating the fan. So two explanations which I could remember for the timing. I think that makes some sense.
Okay, so it's going to come. It's need not be just aprarabdha. It can be even the prarabdha which is not fructified yet. That is also.
Prarabdha is
Prarabdha
already
means fructified. Yeah, it has to mean
yeah,
fructified.
prarabdha means fructified. So how can it
In the
how can
same birth,
something
in the same birth, the karma is allocated for you at the time of birth, right? And some of it until my now my age, it has been fructified. But the rest of my life, it is not yet fructified, but it's allocated for this life.
but that's which is allotted for this life and hasn't fructified yet. So we'll still count it as aprarabdha, anarabdha.
Yeah.
It will be anarabdha, but it won't be aprarabdha, right, Prabhu? Because aprarabdha, I remember that it is like in the
See, anarabdha and aprarabdha, they are synonymous. Na arabdha. Na arabdha means which are not fructified. Aprarabdha, same meaning. Just we have pra upasarga there, addition. That's all.
I see.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Anarabdha and aprarabdha. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu.
अतो अतो वै कवयो नित्यं भक्तिं परमया मुदा वासुदेवे भगवती कुर्वन्त्यात्मप्रसादनी प्रसादनीं कुर्वन्ति. अतः therefore अस्मात् कारणात् means because of this reason वै निश्चितं कवयः सुधियः. I think this is actually short sudhya. So kavayah sudhyah. Sudhya means people who are intelligent enough. Paramaya muda atyantikena anandena. Through how do you translate atyantika? Atyantik anand.
Internally,
Unlimited. Mhm.
Yeah, unlimited, huh? By unlimited bliss, atyantikena, anandena,
I think unlimited also.
unending.
Uninterrupted, infinite. Infinite is good. So yeah, endless, infinite, whatever. So by such ananda, which is infinite, endless, unending, and so on, limitless, aparimita, Bhagavati Vasudeva in Lord Vasudeva. So see, Vasudeva is 7.1. We did it today, like Krishna. So Vasudeva. So Nityam Sarvakshanam. Ra Ramat Sarveshwara Harigotram Vina. Atma Prasadanim Bhaktim Kurvanti. Atma Prasadanim stands for Manaha Shodhanim. Bhakti, which purifies the mind. Now, Atma is translated as mind here, so we'll take it as mind. So, Shodhanim means which purifies the mind. Such bhakti is performed by such sudhya. And it's the same thing as we see in 12th canto. What is that verse? Sango Pangaste Parshadam. Yajanti hi sumedhasa.
Sumedhasaha.
So sumedhasa hi yajanti. That the sumedha, only such sumedhasa yajanti. So the same sense here. Sumedhasa is equal to sudhyaha. Sumedhasa equals to kavayaha. And yajanti equals to bhaktim kurvanti. The same sense. So yeah. So see, means we read Sridhar Swami's commentary, Sampradayanurodhena Paurva Paryanusarata, if you remember that phrase from that shloka. Paurva Parya Anusarata. That Srimad Bhagavatam doesn't contradict with its own principles, its own statements. For example, if first canto states Krishna to be God, supreme, it's not that 12th canto states Lord Shiva to be supreme. No. Everywhere, uh, the statements, all the principles are based on the Paribhasha Sutra, which is Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. So in this case also, this is first canto, second chapter, and text 22, and that is 12th canto somewhere at the end. I think the last, somewhere at the end in the 12th canto. But the purpose, the Vishaya is the same. Paurva Paryanusarata. So just to reconcile everything, Paurva Paryanusarata. That Purva and Apara, they are all same. There is samanjasya between all the statements said anywhere in Srimad Bhagavatam. So, quite a nice point. Do we do one more or should we stop? Oh, this is 4 lines. Okay, we'll stop here. Any comment or anything to say?
I mean, no comments, Prabhuji, but
I'm sorry?
No comments, but I will go through this again in the Sangya Vachana.
Prabhu, I had one question. So, say we're making a say we're taking the word vada and we're applying to it, and we get the form vadanam. Now that nakara or nadama in anam becomes this na. And I never saw a sutra in the Sandhi Sutra, and I haven't seen here. How do we do this? Because I came across that in my reading and I was making the form, and then I didn't know how to change that into na.
So today is Thursday, right? So this will be covered on Monday. This point.
Okay.
So this is, we'll try to cover it tomorrow as well. Maybe we can cover it tomorrow. Rasha Ridvibhyo Nasyana Sarveshwara Hayava Kavarga Pavarga Vavdhanya Bhi Saman Vishnupadi Natu Vishnupadantasya. This sutra is just coming after 5-6 sutras left in between, which we have to cover tomorrow. So most probably it will be tomorrow that your question will be dealt with.
I see. So it is here. I was wondering, well, we didn't get this in Sandhi. But I understand.
Sandhi sutras or even Sangya sutras, the major Sandhis or the major Sangya sutras, they have been covered in their respective chapters. But it's not that they're completed, they're finished. No. At points when there will be a need, so Jiva Goswami will randomly but systematically introduce Sangya sutras or Sandhi sutras therein itself.
Yeah, I see.
Like that. For example, yeah, it's the same thing. Like chapter 1 to 6 in Bhagavad Gita, they are known as Karma Yoga, right? So Baldev Vidyabhushan in his explanation, he explains that basically in all the 18 chapters, there is a touch of Karma Yoga. Or in all the 3 vibhagas, 3 sections, there is a touch of Karma Yoga, there is a touch of Bhakti Yoga, and there is a touch of Jnana Yoga even. But because Mukhyataya, Karma Yoga is expressed in the first 6, Bhakti Yoga in the middle 6, and Jnana in the last 6 chapters. That's why they have been named as Karma Yoga, then Bhakti Yoga, then Jnana Yoga. But still, the elements of all 3, they are to be found in all the chapters in all the sections. Similarly with the Sangya and Sandhi part. So it's like a way of naming a chapter that this is Sangya chapter, this is Sandhi chapter, just to define something. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. So please try to do your exercises if you get time, and if you don't, then find some way or other to understand and digest the sutras, their application. Because see, Sanskrit grammar basically, and specifically Harinamamrit Vyakaranam, cannot just be learned by even memorizing things. It's like a smart application which is required. anytime any sutra could be used. Even in 7th chapter, the Dita chapter, a basic sutra from Sangya chapter, a basic sutra from Sandhi, basic sutra from Shabda Prakaran can be employed. No one knows. So it's very interesting game actually. You pick sutra from here, pick sutra from there, and you make a final form. So so it really needs some smartness or a good understanding basically of the sutras. So please, if we are studying, so we should give time. Otherwise, it's like half half. Of course, you are all studying nicely, but still, just my duty to say it. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hari.
Prabhu.